When people hear the word idol, they imagine lights, applause, and endless love. But idol I dares to show the darker side of fame, the part no one wants to talk about. Dulaik isn't just a successful idol. He's a man living under constant surveillance, trapped in a world where admiration turns into control. Sasaengs don't simply cross boundaries, they erase them. And today, we're going to explore 5 deep psychological impacts that Sasaeng behavior has on Dulaik's mental health, layer by layer, emotion by emotion, living in a constant state of fear, hypervigilance, and trauma response. Dulaik doesn't experience fear as a moment. He experiences it as a lifestyle. His mind never fully relaxes. Even in quiet moments, his body stays tense. Shoulders stiff, eyes alert, breathing shallow. This is known in psychology as hypervigilance, a symptom often found in people who have experienced long-term trauma or stalking. His brain has learned one dangerous lesson. You are never truly safe. Because Sasaengs follow him without consent, appear in private spaces, know details they shouldn't know. His nervous system stays locked in fight or flight mode. The tragedy is that fear doesn't turn off when the threat is gone. It becomes automatic. Even silence feels suspicious. Even peace feels temporary. Loss of autonomy and identity. Being treated as an object, not a person. Sasaengs don't love Dulaik for who he is. They love the version of him they created in their heads. They decide what he's allowed to wear, who he's allowed to talk to, who he's allowed to love psychologically. This causes identity fragmentation. Dulaik starts to split into 2 selves: the idol persona, carefully controlled, endlessly watched; the real self, hidden, suppressed, slowly disappearing. When people invade your privacy repeatedly, you begin to feel like, my life doesn't belong to me. This is why Dulaik often looks unsure of his own desires. He hesitates. He overthinks. He doubts himself. Because when everyone else claims ownership over you, selfhood becomes fragile. Emotional isolation disguised as popularity. Thousands of people know Dulaik's name, but almost no one truly knows him. This creates a deep psychological paradox, being constantly seen yet never truly understood. Because of Sasaengs, he learns that attention doesn't equal care. Curiosity doesn't equal concern. Love can feel threatening. As a result, he develops emotional avoidance. He keeps conversations shallow. He avoids vulnerability. He maintains emotional distance even from people who mean well. Why? Because in his experience, closeness always came with danger. This is why his loneliness feels so heavy. Not loud, not dramatic, just quietly suffocating. Anxiety, panic attacks, and loss of control over his own body. One of the most painful impacts we see is how Dulaik's body reacts before his mind does. His heart races, his breath shortens, his chest tightens. These aren't weaknesses. They're panic responses. Long-term stress caused by Sasaeng behavior dysregulates the nervous system. The body no longer knows how to calm itself. Even when nothing is happening, his body remembers everything that could happen. This loss of control is terrifying. Because when your body turns against you, you feel powerless. And that's exactly what Sasaeng behavior does. It steals control, slowly and repeatedly. Emotional numbness, burnout, and silent collapse. At first, Dulaik feels fear, then anxiety, then exhaustion, and finally, nothing. This emotional numbness is not healing. It's a shutdown. In psychology, this is called emotional dissociation, a survival response when pain becomes too overwhelming. He still performs. He still smiles. He still functions. but emotionally, he's disconnected. Not because he doesn't care, but because caring has cost him too much. This is the most dangerous stage. Because from the outside, he looks fine, but inside he's empty. Dula Ik's story forces us to ask an uncomfortable question. When does admiration become violence? Sasaeng behavior isn't passion. It isn't love. It's control, disguised as devotion. An idol eye reminds us that idols are not characters. They are human beings with limits, fears, and breaking points. Respect isn't shown by how much you know about someone, but by how much space you're willing to give them.